Welcome back, everybody. It's now September the 21st. It's a Saturday, and we're going to take a look at how the market has been trending. I'm finally back from Poland and ready to get back into the swing of things. I apologize for being gone a little bit longer than expected. My 7 day trip ended up becoming a 2 week trip instead, just because I fell in love with Gdansk. It's a beautiful city, and I can see myself living there one day. So I'll be back for about 1 week before I head to Barcelona, and then after that, I'll be busy moving to a brand new apartment. So I'm very excited to be moving to the seaside, a little bit more of a better vibe out there, closer to the sea and the beaches, and then more lively place as well. So let's jump right into it. Bitcoin has made some waves ever since I left. Was it coincidence that I left? And by the way, welcome everybody. For those that don't know me, my name is Philakone. I've been in the crypto space now for over 9 years. I've seen two major bull markets and two major bear markets. I've endured the worst and I've got to prepare for the best. And finally, we are looking at entering the next bull market phase, which I'm incredibly excited about. And I hope that you can all join me for this journey so we can capitalize on this upcoming bull market to make sure that we maximize our profits. So let's get right into it. So Bitcoin has made some substantial waves. And coincidentally, it also happened to be on the day that I left to go on my vacation. Bitcoin has rallied about 22% thus far. There is a major support trend line that I've been talking about for a long time now on the 4 day chart, and also a pattern that has been holding incredibly true thus far. And this would be the channel over here. So you can see that Bitcoin has made some substantial rallies where we ended up getting a huge dip here on the 4th, but we recovered 22%. In my opinion, I think that this will be one of the very last rally attempts before we actually break out. This could very well be the last one. We ended up getting a bullishly diverging RSI here. The trend is starting to change as well. The weekly chart is starting to diverge as well, which is looking beautiful. And we might have actually found a support on the RSI right over here from back in August. So if this ends up breaking this RSI range of 45 on the weekly, it would be disastrous. But we ended up holding, and now it looks like we have a possibility to head to the upside. The MACD has substantially increased for the last 2 weeks. You can see the stair stepping, and you can see this right here getting closer to a possible crossover. Keep in mind that this MACD is a lagging indicator, and with all lagging indicators, they require a lot more data before we can be consistent with what we see. And you can see the volume is starting to be very steady as well. We're getting a pretty decent candle on the monthly as well. So we're getting a lower high by far, and this is a very bullish type of hammer candle with about 9 days left in the market. Not only that, if you take a look at the structure, it looks like this is the fourth wave structure, and there's going to be a fifth that's going to begin very soon. There's no doubt in my mind that this right here is a bullish flag type of structure. Everybody would agree with me. It's impossible to deny that. And because it's a bullish flag, I believe it's in a fourth wave currently right now. And there's most likely going to be another major wave. How high can it go? Well, preferably an extended fifth wave. Because if you just take a look at how this structure is right now, it doesn't really leave that much room, unfortunately, to move to the upside. So perhaps it's going to be a larger part of a greater fractal that can move to the upside. So I will be advising my 22 clients right now to be dollar cost averaging and looking at buying more on strength, especially on that break that I was drawing earlier. So if this break ends up occurring above, for example, these ranges here, it's going to be time to get into the game, and also preserving your capital to ensure that you can also buy on strength as well upon the break. So the first break is going to be roughly around probably these regions. Probably around, I'm going to guess around $65,000, $66,000. If this ends up breaking, we're obviously going to test other ranges as well. We're going to test 70K and then eventually test 72K. If this ends up breaking, we're just going to fly. And we have retested the lower point of this support trend line for such a long time now that I believe it's time to head to the upside. So let's take a look at other indicators of mine. Let's take a look at the chandelier exit indicator. On the 4 day, we're bearish, which actually coincides with a resistance on the 4 day chandelier exit right around 70K. But it's not going to take much to break it, in my opinion. On the weekly chart, we unfortunately changed to a red line rather than consistently staying green. But that's okay, because if you take a look back at previous data, you're going to see in previous bull markets that many times after we've reached the bottom, for example, we reached the bottom here, it's still flipped to the red once in a while. It's still flipped to the red over here as well. So there's many periods where it's not always going to be bullish. It's going to stay bearish for a while as well. So here's another period where it broke. So that's one example in the 2017 bear market. And here's another example, or sorry, bull market. And there's another example in the 2021 bull market where we rallied, but then we ended up dropping to the downside for a bit, and then we continued. So it would be naive to say that it's not possible for us to break below the red volatility on the weekly. In fact, it's healthy if this happens, because there's going to be a massive chance for a rally to the upside. So all in all, I think that the market looks great. There have been some major movers in the market. For example, you can see coins like ARK and Zeta, Reef. These guys have all done some major numbers with some major opportunities to trade. You can see that this has moved up about 700%. That's huge for Reef. I didn't catch any of that. You can see Zeta moved up 85%. XXP yesterday ended up moving up about 81%. And then you see ARK as well, just skyrocketing at 80% move to the upside. So many coins are looking incredibly bullish, in my opinion. And I believe that there's going to be many opportunities to catch many more waves coming up as well. So be patient, everybody. In fact, I'm looking at ARK, and it just even looks like there's a possible fifth wave that's probably forming already. So like maybe even in already, where a huge one goes in there somewhere in here. You know what I mean? And then 3, 4, maybe that's even a 5. Because if you take a look at the structure of the last wave here, I mean, there's 5 waves right in here. So there's 5 waves right in there, with the 4 retracing above wave 1 territory. So this seems like it might have triple topped. A triple top scenario would be ideal. So that's definitely a possibility. In fact, on the retracement upwards, I will be looking at probably entering a trade for ARK. Just can't see it getting much higher. I mean, most likely this is going to be the wave right here, actually. Because if you just zoom out, that's probably wave 3, actually, in hindsight, when I think about it. Yeah, this is probably wave 3 right here. That makes more sense to me. Like, because if you zoom out, right, the proportionality of it is important. So that's probably a 3. It's making a 4 somewhere in there. So I'm definitely going to be looking at trying to get into a short position for ARK. That would be very ideal on a retracement to the upside. So other than that, guys, the market's looking pretty bullish. I mean, taking a look at other factors as well, like the total market cap, it's gone up significantly as well. You can see the market cap ended up recovering total about 20%. So I think it's time for me to add more to my position and infuse more capital into the market. I'll be advising 22 of my clients to start buying more as well, now that we're confirming more strength in the market as well. So other than that, guys, by the way, I've got room for one more client. If you guys are interested in letting me help you manage your portfolio, DM me. I will send you all the details. There's a minimum of a $250,000 portfolio, and I manage up to about 1.5 million of helping other people manage their portfolio. So the range for clients I'm looking for, I just have room for one more. It's going to be between 250K to about 1.5 million for your portfolio. I currently have 22 existing clients that are fairly happy, I would say. And we would consult up to about 1 to 2 hours per week, and it would last up until the end of the bull market cycle. So if you're looking at getting some professional consultation, definitely DM me, guys. I'm looking to expand my portfolio of 22 clients due to the amount of time that I'll be having soon. So other than that, stay patient. The market will be recovering, I believe. I'm extremely hopeful, even though hope is not a strategy. The market is looking phenomenal, especially since we've recovered 22% already. And for those that are not in crypto, you are going to miss out on so much. So have yourselves a great day, and thank you for your time. Bye now.